Today we round out the Wave 2 Deluxes for the Age of the Primes. I looked at Crasher a long time ago, we just looked at Alchemist Prime, and now this is Vortex. Anybody who's been around the channel for any length of time knows that I was not at all happy with the Menasor that was done. I don't like the skeleton putting on clothes style. It's just not for me. If it's for you, cool. A lot of people have said that the Superion is better. I've only looked at two of the Limbots as of this recording, and they were good. Not enough for me to go in on it. I still prefer my Combiner Wars. But I gotta say, of all the Decepticon combiners, Bruticus is my favorite. And while I certainly do like my custom Combiner Wars one, that does have Shuttle Blast Off, looking at this artwork, I am very intrigued to see how true to form this Bruticus will work out. And our first member is going to be Vortex. How good is he? Let's find out in the latest GotBot True review. Hey one, hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course subscribe, and while you are at it, light 'em up, baby. Hit that notification bell, please. Helps me out a ton. Let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that is in the description down below. Also in the description down below, and if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon, see what we have to offer to you through spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. And like I said, this is Vortex. I like the Combiner Wars one. I'm hoping that this guy does not have the same issues that Dead End, and in the review, I forget the name of the other arm. It's Dead End, right? That Drag Strip and Dead End, I didn't like either of them as arms. I didn't really like them too much as bots because if I took them and like shook them, like their waists were very janky and loose on both. Dead End a little less than Drag Strip. So yeah, in the review when I talk about that, I think I say Drag Strip and I think I forget Dead End's name. Go figure. It's really hot here, and we also have like these wildfires going on. Don't worry, your boy is safe. It's all good, but it's definitely made things very warm. I digress. This is about this guy. Let's head over to the table and take a closer look at him. And so today we round out our look at the Wave 2 Deluxes for Age of the Primes with Vortex. I looked at Crasher way back in episode 1018 3 years ago when she was released as part of the Velocitron Speedia 500 series. We looked at Alchemist just very recently, and though I detested Menasor, I absolutely love Bruticus. So I had to at least give this a try. I don't really like the body putting on clothes method of combining. I don't know if this is going to usurp my Combiner Wars Bruticus, which I've customized, and he does have the Shuttle Blast Off. We'll see. I didn't go in on Superion, though I am reviewing that a bit piecemeal through our buddy Daryl. I'm happy with the Combiner Wars, so we'll see how this goes. Here's the box. Cool looking helicopter, cool looking bot. Really cool looking Bruticus. Over here we have our usual Age of the Primes artwork, and on the back we have our boy in both modes. We've got ourselves a neat double-sided sheet of instructions that really is pretty darn effective. And here we have Vortex. He does come with his blaster, which is accurate to his G1 blaster. And he does come with two smaller blasters that you could put on his wrists, which are pretty darn accurate. Granted, the kind of barrel section coming out should be black, and the section up here that's like poked into his arm should actually be blue. You know what? Since we're into the coloration of this guy, let's start from the feet and work our way up and start giving this guy scores. Oh, by the way, before I do that, I should note that in package, his rotors are also separate, so you need to plug them in, and you can open them out or you can close them up if you're so inclined. I tend to just leave them opened out. Okay, starting from the feet, working our way up. The toes should be black. They're not, they're gray, but I understand why. The shin should be black. The rest of the leg should be gray. That's correct. The blue on the thigh, that's correct. The blue here on the pelvis, that's correct, as well as the gray on the sides of the pelvis and the tummy and the entirety of the torso. All that's correct. The blue in the center of the chest, correct. The Decepticon logo over on this side, correct. Even these pieces on his shoulders, they're correct. The mask being silver, the head being gray, the visor being red, all correct. These chunks on the back of his arms, not correct, but I kind of get why they're there. I'm going to say 9.75 for the look. Pretty darn close, honestly. I had to do a fair amount of custom paint work on my Combiner Wars 1 to get them like this. Normally I would show them side by side, but I don't think we need to in this case. This guy clocks in at about 78, 79 grams of plastic. Slightly light for a deluxe, but not bad. Here he is next to, say, Hound, just so you can get an idea of how big he is, right? He's a good size. So a great start with a 9.75. In terms of the articulation, well, the rotors, first of all, they can spin freely. The head goes left, right, can look up and down a bit. The shoulders, they can go really all the way around. I just knocked his blaster out of his hand. Bicep rotation, 90 degrees. Nothing at the wrist. This hanging off doesn't really get in the way as much as you think it would, but it is annoying, and I don't really care for it. Bicep swivel, if I didn't already say it. Waist rotation, leg forward, leg back, thigh swivel, slightly shy of 90 degrees at the knee. That's a bit of a bummer. I'd say 87 degrees, maybe, something like that, 85 degrees. Toe down, heel down, and ankle tilt in. Nothing at the wrist if I didn't already say it. So no wrist, slight limit at the knee, not a huge one, just a slight limit at the knee. I don't know, let's say I wish we had a wrist and I wish the knee went the whole way. I'm going to say 8.75, right? He was getting a 9.75 for the look and 8.75 for the articulation. Let's say he's a 9.25, which isn't bad. But you have to be okay with these chunks. You can leave them down, but you're going to have it kind of covering the fist a bit more. I'll even take these off of the sides here for now, for when we do the transformation. Also, this, if it's not in his hand, is a bit of a nuisance to store. You could do it on the chest. You could do it on the front of the leg. I don't know. I guess if you turned that to the side, there might be a way to access this up here. But his other blaster storage, there's not a lot for it. Still, 9.25 is pretty good. We're going to go to the helicopter and I'm going to talk about the arm, though obviously we're not going to do the arm now. Okay, so for the transformation, we're going to turn the head around. We're going to take down this little blue landing gear on the back. And there's a section that's down here that I take from the two sides that comes up and it covers his face. Just like that. Next we will, hold on one moment. Next we will bring these down over the forearms and even kind of twist these sort of up and out of the way right now. We're going to take the whole back section here and twist it to the side so that we can close the heel and toe, close the heel and toe. This is why I was okay with them not being black, because it makes the front of the helicopter. Open out a shin, and then basically Combiner Wars the leg up. Oh, actually, it's probably beneficial if you put the legs together now before you collapse them, honestly. Then Combiner Wars them up. And when you do so, there's a couple of little tabs that go into slots up right here at the top. and then close these up underneath. Okay. Now that we've got that done, we can also turn that back around. Next, we're going to take the arms and straighten it out and straighten it out. And turn it. Now, you gotta kind of finagle these pieces a little bit, because the shoulder will go in under here. And they should be on the side. Sort of, kind of like that. Same thing over here, we finagle this sort of out of the way so that we can turn the shoulder a bit here so that we can get it. Hold on. Why am I having a time with this particular shoulder? Should go up like that, but I don't have this out of the way. My mistake. There we go. There we go. In on the side. Then we can put the two arms together and connect them. Take the tail fin and bring it all the way out around. And then this piece, you rotate it up thusly like that. If you're so inclined, you can actually take the little blasters and slot one in there. Yes, it's facing backwards. That's the way the instructions say to do it. Take the other one and put it also in backwards, though that just came out. That was my fault for pressing too much. And lastly, this blaster, you can put it on either side. You slide into this little notch here. You can put it on either side of the nose if you want. I tend to put it over here. And boom, here we have Vortex in his helicopter mode. Pretty great transformation. The guy was getting a 9.25. I think the transformation is, I think it's honestly a 9.5. I'm going to say he's about a 9.3 at this point. Now, I won't lie. I like this better as an alt mode than the Combiner Wars one. Not that I don't like the Combiner Wars one, but there's something that looks a little more authentic about this one to me for whatever reason. Though I do love the helicopter mode of the Combiner Wars as well. These rotate very freely just fine. Now, normally what you would do is split around here at the waist, and this lower section will become the lower arm of Bruticus, and this upper section will be the upper arm of Bruticus. But this is very, very tall. If you don't want that to be as tall, you could always, as was pointed out to me, you could always, if I can get this back out now, bring these all the way out and down on the side. It's definitely going to affect the look of the Bruticus arm, but it will definitely make the shoulder lower, especially if wherever you display your combiner has like a height limitation or something, right? There is a way to work around the entirety of the back of the helicopter sticking off, but of course that's up to each individual person. Overall, 9.3. It's a really good, solid Vortex, and unlike I felt with Drag Strip and who else? Who's the other arm? With this heat, the name's eluding me, but the Menasor arms, where I felt like both waists were really loose and shaky and janky. This guy's waist does not feel like that. It feels very solid, very robust, a lot like the aerial bots. It's almost like they've learned from their mistakes with Menasor. I hope that that's true. For now, 9.3 for Vortex. And here we are once again, and here he is. And, like, he's more solid than my drag strip or my dead end was. He seems more like the aerial bots. The accuracy is insane on this guy, except for the chunks on the back of his arms. That seems a bit lazy to me. I wish they'd found a better way to handle those chunks, honestly. Yes, you can leave them down over the hands, but they're intended to go back here so you can put these blasters in like they're supposed to be. It doesn't really hinder anything, but like, that doesn't look good. That looks pretty rough, man, you know? Like, it's fine. The clearance is there, and the tolerance is fine. It's just, I don't think it looks the best. That said, I'm glad his visor is a little bigger because the Visors on, I think maybe all of the Combaticons were always a little bit bigger than normal. So I'm kind of glad that that was done here as well. Great transformation, pretty excellent articulation. I gotta say, I think that this could make a decent arm. I know it's a good helicopter, and he's definitely an enjoyable robot mode, even with the kibble on the back of the arms. That's really my only gripe, and that really doesn't hinder his articulation. Wrist would have been nice, not gonna lie. Man, am I sure there's no wrist? I know I keep saying it and I keep checking it. Yeah, there's no wrist. I just keep hoping against hope. Let me know what you think about Vortex. I appreciate you guys coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon, see what we have to offer to you through Spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. While you're at it, hit the subscribe button, stick around and have some fun with us here on the channel. And don't forget, not for a moment, not for a second, that you right there, you do make a difference in the world, and I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights, at the stop motion premieres, or the old-fashioned way right here inside the videos.